I know we're wildly over, but I'll do a quick demo too. So if folks want to drop, please feel free. I'm gonna share my screen. One of the nice things about our representation of a model, I can move this stuff over, um, is we have basically, it's not just arbitrary text and code. It is actually, in fact, objects. So we have, internal APIs right now that augment the model. And I'm just taking a pass at basically externalizing some of those APIs too. So actually have to find my terminal. Can you guys see the terminal too? Also,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
cool. So basically, what we have is, and this is going to be reviewed hopefully pretty soon. I think it's almost ready, but basically CRUD APIs on so create, update, and delete. Actually, no read, but create, update, delete for models, for topics, for views, and for fields and individual properties within that. Just as an example to show you, I've written a little script, and actually we've got a Python SDK that hits our query API today, but now actually to adding a bunch of endpoints for it for this for this new set of APIs, and also these new APIs will be behind a feature flag to a model API feature flag, just for folks as to as we want to sort of refine it. And it's just as a note too, we're still calling this behind like an unstable version of API, but here we've got a model. I'm just going to run this where we're going to update the description on the full name field inside this user's view. It'll run. I come back and refresh, and it's not super exciting, but it's the description that was just programmatically changed via command line.
It's exciting.
Yeah, and it's integrated into the like the full system too. So like it will be right now our APIs are tied to the user that created the API, but you can see it's like versioned, and all of the changes would basically be as if they were done in either the IDE or in the UI from a workbook.
Yeah, Jamie, how does this interact vis-a-vis Git?
It basically, you can't do the changes if you have Git enabled or pull requests required right now. We will basically it'll error for the end user.
But you should be able to target a branch, right?
Yeah, how that would work.
You can target a branch, and it basically respects effectively all of the permissions we've got for our internal APIs today. So like if you have a branch that would allow it, you would want to basically push all of the changes to a given branch and then merge that in directly, maybe from the UI.
So the vision is essentially you'd stack changes by hitting an API to put it in a branch, and then do something on the Git side to take the branch and actually merge it.
Yeah, or something in our UI or something like that too. And eventually we could have APIs for even merging too, if you had certain permissions to be able to go and do that. But I've not exposed that. I'm exposing sort of the
Yeah, I get that
stuff.
One place that my mind zooms immediately with this is like entity attribute value data.
Yeah.
And creating all of the fields that exist within a key value table. We should probably be careful with it to begin with.
Yeah.
But
you absolutely could do it. Basically, this would allow for programmatic. The other sort of motivating piece too is we've had some partners want to write like migration tooling themselves for it. And so like if you go parse, say like for example, a LookML project, and go in and understand all of those objects too, you can basically go in and programmatically generate stuff, or potentially to programmatically generate stuff on a per customer basis based on a schema. You have an EAV, or you have some measures or some dimensions that are applicable only for certain things, where you want to have sort of programmatic configuration of your own instance. There's a bunch of really cool use cases though.
Jamie, I might have missed this. Is that just for updating like existing fields? I know you said like we have create, update, delete. Can we do like full view files?
For every object. So like you can create a model, you can create a topic, you can create a view, and you can create a field. So like basically the full IDE ideally should be exposed to, but this will be. We've built a lot of these APIs to interact with our front end. So like there's sort of some implicit assumptions based on that context too. I tried to unwind them and make them a little bit more kind of clean, but I would not be surprised if there's some kind of quirks there. So we just want to. It's still unstable behind a feature flag. We'll want to work through those.
Jamie,
Definitely will have some testing. Thank you.
Yeah.
You were referring to sort of like the essentially exposing the APIs that the workbook hits. Did you also expose an API for just like slamming YAML or JSON in, or is that not done yet?
Not yet. I thought about that too, and I like kind of like that. Maybe even for the like if
The migration use case would be probably easier.
Yeah, exactly. But today it really is just like, we've got a bunch of these Zod schemas that are like for, the create or update for a given object. That basically, I'm just reusing those, not.
No, I think those are really useful and interesting in a lot of different ways. So yeah, I think we're going to eventually need both. Cool.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe as a note too for like the engineers, there's a few APIs we don't have. Like for example, we can't create or we can't update topics actually, period, except for in the IDE today. So like building very simple versions of those to just externalize them too. But those will also need to be tested.